Greetings everyone and welcome back to Banners on the Wall. My name is Anthony Russell and we are here, well, for the first of two very quick audio pieces that we're doing, because here we are to say good night and good luck to Adam Harding. Adam Harding once scored against the Bison in a very important game, the 13th of March 2016, when the Bison defeated the Swindon Wildcats to win the Old English Premier League title, and for the next couple of years at least, Adam Harding will be playing against the Basingstoke Bison again. Harding was originally released by the Swindon Wildcats in the middle of the 2018-2019 season, joining the Bison shortly before Christmas 2018, and it's fair to say he's been relatively popular since he appeared. For whatever reason, at the end of that season in the middle of that season with Swindon, it just didn't seem to work. Harding was over a point per game. He was 7+10 in 16 games when the Wildcats released him for reasons. And then came to the Bison and has never been below a point a game since. 26 from 17 in the remainder of the 18-19 season, 52 from 46 in 19-20. Took the pandemic off and came back for 21-22, where he scored 55 points in an injury-shortened 36-game season for him. Harding is a loss. There's no other means to really go about saying this. It's big for the Bison to lose Adam Harding, particularly when you lose Adam Harding in conjunction with Ashley Tate. The Bison's centre depth in the top six is now non-existent, with no confirmation as to whether Alex Roberts, another natural centre, will be returning to the herd, Tate having retired, and Harding having now taken up a player assistant coach role with the Bristol Pitbulls, who joined the national division for the 22-23 season. The Bison have nobody up the middle in their top six currently, which is huge, especially as well when you consider the fact that Harding, aside from being alright on face-offs, was very much an impact player. When he didn't play, you noticed it. The sort of bizarre combination that kind of came out of this season of Harding alongside George Norcliffe and Aidan Doughty didn't look like it should work. Not a line with a particularly massive amount of speed, but an awful lot of hard work and determination, just gritting your teeth and getting on with it. Ultimately, it made a lot of sense. As a second line for the herd, it did a lot of stuff. Harding was able to do the two-way bit. Doughty, more a natural offensive talent, didn't back-check as much as he could have done, but certainly picked up the knack for it. And then there's George Norcliffe, who just bounced around doing everything that George Norcliffe does, being a perpetual motion machine. That loss up the middle is now huge. And with other teams, particularly teams in the north, seeming to be able to make massive signings, I say looking at the recent signing for the Leeds Knights of Matt Hayward, the herd need to make a statement in terms of who they're bringing in terms of a top six centre now. Harding was a massive chunk of offence, 100 points, over 100 points in fact, in his 2 full seasons in Basingstoke. Gone. And not only gone to a new team. Bristol appear to be making a bit of a splash alongside the fact that they've pulled in Harding. They've also pulled in National Division All-Star defenceman Ed Bradley. So Jamie Elsom in Bristol is certainly starting things off right. Harding is going to be a focal point of this team's offence. Now, obviously, we don't know what Bristol will do in terms of imports, or even if they'll sign any imports. But Harding, as a top six guy, veteran, local as well, will be a guy who they can bring in for a couple of years, ease towards the coaching side of things. So as age starts taking an effect and potentially his output drops, he's able to contribute in other ways that he may not be able to contribute in the ice as the time comes. Now, for me as a Bison fan, this sucks. And it was a very strange end to Harding's time in Basingstoke because he didn't play a lot of the back end of the season at all. He played and then just seemed to disappear off the face of the earth. The Bison barely mentioned he was injured or even what his injury was. Now, that's not unlike the club. The Bison are not massive about revealing the details of injuries, even as to whether it's an upper or a lower body thing. What we then got was Harding not appearing at games, but finding time to appear on his YouTube channel. Now, some people did grumble about this. However, being injured doesn't mean that you're dead. Harding's allowed a life away from the rink. He's a personal trainer by profession, and him and his other half's recent foray into the world of YouTube and vlogging is what it is. It's a way to kill time, particularly for a guy who would be playing a lot of hockey and suddenly wasn't able to play a lot of hockey. I'm interested to see how he carries on those vlogs once things kick off again full time. But hey, subscribe, see what he does on his channel and that thing. For me, ultimately, the Bison are losing a good player, but as is kind of the thing with this site, that's hockey. There's always a bit of chopping and changing around. Guys come, guys go. But where the Hull Seahawks have been a stone into the pond in the north, the Bristol Pitbulls are that stone into the pond in the south. We've seen one team lose one of their top centres, another team lose arguably their best defenseman to Bristol. What other impacts will have? More players are going to leave this Bison side. I'm literally just about to record a piece about one of them. However, I get a feeling that out of that senior core, given the fact that Harding was an alternate captain last year, you do have to wonder, with the way things happen, will he be the only one to go? Either way, Adam, all the best. See you down the road. And whatever happens, I haven't unsubscribed from the YouTube channel yet. BannelsOnTheWall.wordpress.com, your number one source for everything related to the Bison. Keep tabs on what we're doing over on Twitter, at BannersOTW. That's the best way to keep tabs on all of my writing and all the bits and pieces that we produce here on the site. Facebook.com/BannersOnTheWall. As ever, Anthony Russell saying stay safe, and so long till next time.